You know, Emery's been Emery. He's been making some plays. Quan has done a really good job. I tell you, you got to like Quan's spirit out there. He plays hard and practices hard, and he just has fun. Been really pleased with some of the young guys. With Ricardo Lewis. He's done a really good job of learning what to do and then understanding what it means to practice on the college level. So Sammy Coach has done some good things. So I really feel good going into this game, being able to play quite a few guys as opposed to just sticking with just one or two. But again, we'll see what happens when everything is live.
How many receivers do you anticipate playing?
Probably looking at rotating probably 6 altogether, somewhere in that number.
You talked about really from the first year you were here, that number 6.
Yes.
Are you closer to having that now than you've been any other time?
It really has been because of the intensity that you have to play with for this offense and where they have to be even on run plays, the assignments that they have. It may be a receiver having to cut off a backside guy, 30 yards downfield, and they get graded plus and minus on that. So you do that a few times, somebody else is going to have to play because of just conditioning wise. So, but it's exciting to them. The guys have been fired up because they're getting opportunities to play. Anytime you practice and knowing that you're going to have an opportunity to go out there and participate, and not just on the special teams or something like that, they're excited about it. So, and it's shown in their work habits. So.
What have you seen out of Quan? You guys chosen him as a starter. Obviously, he stepped up.
I just think Quan's tenacity on his run blocks. He's a pretty physical kid. You don't have to substitute out and bring a tight end or an H-back in for him because he can stay in it and make that block. And he's going to just find a way to get it done. It may not look pretty, but he's going to find a way to get it done. And then he practices with the intensity just like it's a game. You have to slow him down. Normally when he catches the ball, if he catches on the 20, he runs 80 with it. And I have to wait and call him back, say, look, Clown, you need to go 80 yards, 30 is good. But he'll run 80 yards with it, and then the other guys run down there and chest bump him and have some fun. So it's been really contagious throughout our offensive football team watching him do those things. So that's probably where he's done his best, is just the enthusiasm and intensity that he practices with.
You talked about being physical and doing those things in the run game. How much has that helped Trevon to be bigger and stronger in that department?
No question, Yox is his MVP. Because he has changed the kid's body, and he understands now that remember he came from a high school quarterback to playing wide receiver and thinking you're just going to catch balls, and now he has figured out that you have to stay healthy, and to stay healthy, you have to get in that weight room, and he has really done a great job. Changing his body, understanding the weight that he needs to play at without slowing him down. And it has allowed him to be more physical, and it's kept him from getting injured. But I think most of all, if you guys have talked to him, he exudes a little bit more confidence with knowing that he can physically match up and stay out there and not get overpowered.
Anthony Morgan and Melvin Wright. Are these guys have a chance to play Saturday night?
Yeah, for Melvin, he's a little further away because he was kind of like what D'Angelo was with, having to sit out and then come out there. It's hard just to put them boots back on and go out there, but he has done a pretty good job, and you'll probably see him on more special teams, and then we'll ease him into it. But Morgan, you could see a lot of him because he has done a really good job, of getting back out there and fighting through some injuries. That's been exciting to see this kid. It's his senior year, and he's been beat up quite a bit. So having a chance to contribute, we need him to be one of the leaders to help us get through this.
On the mental side of things, you've seen things kind of slow down for these young guys and then have better grasp of this offense, and if so, when did that happen?
It's been a gradual deal because we went from whole to part. We threw everything at them first, and then we broke it down to what we're going to run at Clemson. My guys, because there's some option in this deal where you have option assignments where you have to do some crack and load as a receiver, it makes them have to think because you can't ever block the pitch man. If you're blocking the pitch man, the quarterback's supposed to pitch off that guy, then that's a problem. And so those are things that we really, because in Gus's office, we didn't have an option. You know, there wasn't, you know, where quarterback read something and been pitched out. But in this office, they have to think. Again, you know, and I know somebody's going to probably print there and Gus is going to say, we have to think of offense. That's not what I'm saying. It's different, though, when there's option football mixed in there because of assignment-wise. So even the split that you have when we're pitching that ball on that perimeter is huge because you limit that running back's alley. So if we don't have the correct splits that we need when we run that play, and he kicks it out to pitch it to him, it squeezes him, and now we're in trouble. So I really think by honing it down and toning it down just for Clemson, that's the last 2 weeks really felt good because they're not having to worry about the whole offense, just the part that we're running this week.
How much fun is it to get to this point in the week now and to kind of get ready to see what you got?
No question. You know, are you excited on Christmas Eve? Yeah, because you get some presents tomorrow. Same thing. We're excited to see what we have. Each team, every year that we've been here, has its own identity. And again, this one will have it, and it'll develop throughout the season. I can't tell you what it is. I know what I'd like for it to be, but that's up to them, and we're going to see the way they react to when things go good or things go bad. How they're going to overcome those things. So we'll find out what type of team we got. But I know it's a fun team to be around. They've had to learn a bunch, and we've thrown a lot at them. And just like every team in the country, and I'm sure Clemson's the same way, they're probably tired of going against each other. They're ready to see what they have, and I'm sure their coaching staff is chomping at the bit to play against it. So it ought to be a great game. Talking about two really good football teams starting the season off right in the dome. You can't get much better than that.